What's up guys, this is Kevin J speaking. So on today's video, we're going to talk about how to analyze using support and resistance. So before we continue with the video of today, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, don't forget to like, share and click the notification bell. So what's going to happen today, we're going to analyze using what support and resistance. But before we jump to the chart, I'm going to show you what is support and resistance. So support is basically your floor. There's a floor, and then resistance is basically your ceiling. So what's happening in the market is either you buy at support or you sell at resistance. So what I mean by buying and selling, buying at support and selling at the resistance, I mean something like this. So let's just create a structure, so a basic structure. So when you are from the floor, you're heading to the ceiling, and then from the ceiling, that's why you're going to the floor, and then from the floor to the ceiling. So what you do here, you buy at support. This is the support. So let's just go and take the text tool, and then let's just go and type some things here. So here is a support. Here is a support. So this is a support, and then let's just make it, let's just change the font, and then let's just make it to be 24, and then maybe let's make this bold so that it can be visible. So this is a support, and then there's a resistance. So we buy at support, we sell at what? We sell at the resistance. So let's just go and take this text tool, and then let's just say resistant. So this is resistant. So that's why you're doing what? That's why you're selling. So let's just put our buying mode. So this is on support, we do what? On support we buy. On support we are doing what? We buy. And at resistance we are doing what? We are selling. So let's just take this and then sell. So what's basically happening in the market, it's we have three types of trends. You know that we are having an uptrend, a consolidation, and a what? And a downtrend. So in a downtrend, we're going to focus on doing what? On selling. And in an uptrend, we're going to focus on what? On buying. So here's the ceiling, and then here's the what? Here's the floor. So when the market reaches this point in the live chart, we are doing what? We are buying. And then when it reaches our resistance, we are doing what? We are selling. So let's just go and create what? A pure structure. So whenever the market touches our support, we want to do what? We want to focus on doing what? On buying. And then when the market doing what? Touch our resistance, we want to focus on what? We want to focus on selling. So what's happening in the market is that we can have something like a consolidation like this: buying, selling, buying, and then selling from here. And then when the market decides to break this, to break our resistance, automatically our resistance turns into what? Into the floor. And then this is the new what? This is the new support, or the current support that you have. And then that's where you're gonna do what? That's where you're gonna buy, because we believe that here is gonna be what? The low price of the market. And if the market decide to do what? If the market decide to break our resistance from here, this support automatically turns into what? Into resistance. And then that's where you're gonna do what? That's where you're gonna do what? That's where you're gonna sell the market. So this is basically how to use support and resistance work effectively for you. So let's go and analyze the chart of NAS 100 using what? Using support and resistance. So let's get it. So guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share, and click the notification button down below. So this is the chart of NAS 100. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna do what? We're gonna start by marking our major high. You know that I like to start analyzing using a daily time frame. So on a daily time frame, I mark what? My major high and my current what? And my current low. So this is what we are having right now. This is basically your what? This is basically your, let's just go and mark. This is basically your what? Your resistance. So let's just type rest. And then this is the resistance that we currently have in the market. So if you can decide to break this resistance, we're going to come back for what? We're going to come back for a retest. And then let's just go and take another text tool. And then this is basically your what? Your sub. Meaning what? Meaning your support. So you're going to have something like this. So this is basically marking your what? You are creating what? Your playground. But in simple terms, this is resistance, and then this support. If you can decide to have something like this, if you can break this support, automatically this support is going to be turned into what? Into resistance. And then we're going to do what? We're going to sell at what? At resistance. And then we're going to go down with it. And if we can decide to break our what? Our resistance. If you can decide to break our resistance, automatically this resistance is going to be turned into what? Into a new floor or a new support. So you're going to have something like this. So this is basically how to use support and resistance. So let's just go and analyze using support and resistance. Today we're not going to mark any trend. We're just going to analyze using what? Support and resistance. So let's have something like, let's delete this. And then where we see trends on, or where we see the price reacting at that point, we're gonna mark what? We're gonna plot our what? Our horizontal line. So here, that's where we see that here we had some level of resistance somewhere around here, and then we're gonna put what? We're gonna put our resistance, and then where we see a trend, or when we see a reaction in the market, that's where we're gonna mark what? That's where we're gonna put our horizontal line. So here, that's where we see some kind of a what? Some kind of a resistance. So some kind of a support. So just bear with me. Let me just go and take a charger. I'm gonna be back. So guys, we are on what? We are on our resistance right now, our support right now. That's why we see a point of confluence, or a point where the market it can make it. So let's just zoom this. So right now, on a daily time frame, we kind of done. Let's just switch to your what? Let's just switch to your H4 time frame. So we're gonna carry on with an H4 time frame. So let's just go and mark what? Our support and resistance. So here we have a 10 here. That's where we're gonna basically put our what? Our horizontal line. So if you can see right now, it kind of makes sense, because here we made a bounce here, a bounce here. So this was meaning that we had a strong level of resistance when the market was kind of reaching this point. So there's no way we won't break this support, this resistance, without not even coming back to test what? To test this as a new what? As a new floor or a new support. Something like this was gonna happen if we did, if the market can decide to give us what? A break. So let's just go and delete this. So from here, what I'm meaning by a new, when the market breaks a certain level, it has to come back and respect that level as a new floor or a new ceiling. So this is what happened here. This was our basically what? Our floor. And then when we decide to head a break, we had a break here, and then we did come back for what? For a retest. And then right now we want to see the market dropping, and then from here, that's what we're gonna do. What? This is our new support. The market is headed here, next one is headed here, and then after we have tagged this, we're gonna have what? We're gonna have a strong level of bias, and then from here we're gonna come back for a retest. And then when we break the levels, we're gonna come back and respect the levels. When we break the levels, we're gonna come back and respect the levels. So this is what's gonna basically happen on this 100. So let's just complete our analysis using support and what? And resistance. So here, that's where I see another level of what? Another significant zone run about here. So another one is run about here. So right now, as you can see, we are in a clear downtrend, and then we are creating what? A level of support and resistance. So another, from here, this is a resistance, this is a new resistance. This was a floor before the market broke here, and then right now it has been turned into what? Into a new resistance. And then from here, that's where you saw the market coming back to respect this as a new what? As a new ceiling. And then the new floor is somewhere around here. And then from here, maybe you can have something like what? Maybe you can have something like a bounce here, and then we come back here, and then we make a bounce here, and then we come back here, and then if we can decide to break here, we're gonna respect this as a new what? As a new ceiling. And then from here, this is a new floor that we're gonna have if the market can decide to break this, if the market can decide to reach this, and then we're gonna have what? We're gonna have a strong level of bias. So if we can analyze our support and resistance right now, from here, let's start from this side. Here we did have a level of resistance, and then here was a level of support. So when we broke this, we did come back for what? For resistance, and then this was a new resistance in the market, and then we dropped. And then from here we broke back inside, and then we did come and form what? Form our new support and resistance somewhere around here. So we're gonna plot our what? Our resistance. So this was a resistance, and then when we came here, we sort of dropped, and then when we dropped, we did come back for a retest. So the market cannot break support without not even coming for a retest or weather resistance. If you can break a resistance, it will come back to respect that level as what? As a new floor. And then if it breaks support, it will come back and respect that support as a new what? As a new ceiling. So a ceiling, I mean support and resistance. So when we broke here, we did come back for a retest to respect this as a new what? As a new ceiling, and then we dropped. And then from here, we did create what? So let's just go and mark where we are seeing a 10 somewhere around here. And then if you can check, it makes sense, because here we made a bounce here, a bounce here, a bounce here, a bounce here. So this is a strong level of support, or a significant zone that we currently have in the market. So let's just have something like this from here. So Right now, if you can analyze using support and resistance, whenever we break a certain zone, we have to come back for a retest. So that's the idea of support and resistance, or analyze or trading using support and resistance, because it works. So here we are in a downtrend, and then what we want to see, the market coming back here, and then from here we want to see what, a retest, and then down, and then from here I believe here, if you can go to a daily time frame, this is a signal that I'm giving to you guys. So next one, because the video of today is not based on signals, but if I can give you a signal, the next 100 is headed somewhere around here to form a double bottom from here, to form a double bottom, and then from here, that's where we're gonna see a push phase on S100. And then if you can create a double bottom on a daily time frame, or on a bigger time frame, we know that double bottom is very strong. There's no way we won't push to the highest price. So right now, S100 is currently creating a double bottom, and then what we want to see, we will see a rally to the upside, and then we are breaking highs. So right now, let's just carry on with the topic of today. So if you can, right now we are trying to analyze how to use support and resistance. So from here it was a resistant. So when we sort of dropped here, we did come back to respect this as a floor, and then ceiling, and then when we broke this to smaller time frame, I believe we retested this, and then we did come back and support where, run about here. And then this makes sense because here you made a 10-year. So this is the strongest level of what? This is a strong level of support, or this is a strong level, it's a significant zone in the market. So from here we did come back and do what? We rallied up with the momentum. We are in some kind of a consolidation somewhere around here, because this was a floor and this was a ceiling. So when we broke our what? When we broke our floor, we did come back and do what? And retest, and have a retest somewhere around here. And then when we broke our ceiling somewhere around here, we did what? We come back for a retest. So this is basically the point that I'm showing you, where you want to do what? Where you want to invest your money. You buy at support, and then you're doing what? You're selling resistant. So this is basically the end of the video, guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like and share, and go and follow us on Instagram. My personal handle is Kevin_James, and then our business account is FOREX_Gold. So that's it for today, guys. We're going to meet on the next video. Peace out. You know what it is.